All right, we here. RKTrealestate.com. Or y'all have y'all new website, right? Don't you have something new? Let's just say y'all was doing.
Yeah, man. Let me put in the chat. The new website is www.legacybuildersus.com.
All right.
Yeah, man.
We gotta get that on the joint. So you said
www.legacybuildersus.com.
US.com.
Did you say holders or builders?
Builders.
No,
builders.
I didn't know what Lucario said. I thought he said holders.
No.
Making sure.
Trying to type it up so I got scrolling at the bottom. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Hold on. There we go. All right, there we go. All right. So today's topic, we talking about the psychology of spending. So what's the story with that shit, man?
Don't do it.
Yeah, but I feel like when it comes to spending, that's exactly what it is. It's a feeling more than something of logic. So
right.
A lot of times we spend based off of, it could be fear, it could be guilt. You might be guilt tripping, or just to make yourself feel better about something. You might be stressed out about something, and you thinking you spending is going to be therapeutic for you. So we spend for all the wrong reasons. And a big contributor to that is spending based off of how we feel versus, for the right reasons, and this is the reason why a lot of people, we remain poor, because we're spending frivolously. There you go. But so and we've all been there. I feel like we've all spent on things that we shouldn't spend money on before.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes because the value of the dollar may give you some type of worth. The person might feel worthless. So them spending money on something, they may get value from that. They may feel better about themselves. Like that's like a kid who, just got his first pair of Jordans. Before the Jordans, he didn't feel like anything. He felt like, he was a loser. He wasn't fly. He didn't have, the latest gear. But the second he put on those Jordans, now he feels like something.
Right.
That's the reason why, we're the biggest contributors to, fashion. We spend billions of dollars on Jordans per year. And that's because it gives us that self-worth. That's the same reason why, you can go in the hood right now, you see a lot of people driving Beamers and Benzes, but and nothing wrong with driving a Beamer and Benz, but they parking it, in front of the projects.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't need that Beamer or Benz. They got it because they wanted to fulfill something that was lacking, fulfill a void that was lacking in their life, emotionally, and that's just, to me, that's one of the biggest contributors, is the emotional side to spending.
That's dope. How you get them fireworks in the back of your?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I have no idea. It just happened.
It just happened. your camera was like, "Yo, you spit fire." They just started like, fireworks and shit behind you. No, that's some real shit though, because it's funny because I was talking to my girl April about this the other day, and we was watching a show, and in the show, the lady dumped her man, or they broke up or some shit, and then she went and went on a whole shopping spree, and she called it like therapeutic shopping or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So like because she was upset, she was like, "Let me go shopping to cope with the situation." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, people do that shit a lot. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess what you're saying is when guys spend frivolously, they're bitch ass niggas.
There you go.
That's a fact.
You know what I noticed? Like, when was the last time you heard one of your homies say, "Yeah, I'm going on the shopping spree"?
Right.
I never had that.
I'm gonna do some therapy shopping.
Right.
Like when guys need something or they want to go buy something, it's like, yo, I'm going to the store to get a chain, or I'm going to the store to get some sneakers.
Right.
I'll be back. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of that stuff is feminine traits, is what I mean to say. I mean, I was just trying to be entertaining, but it's emotional spending is definitely a feminine trait. Now, can men do it? Yes, men can do it too, but it definitely is a feminine trait, because that's why, you know, it requires logic, man. It requires a lot of logic to deal with money and spending and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now that's facts. But I think sometimes too, you know, what happens is that the way that things are marketed creates that sort of thought, because it's like, it says, well, hey, you know, if you buy this thing, whatever problem you're having is going to be solved. You know what I'm saying? So it almost tricks your mind into thinking like, oh, well, if I buy these clothes or this car or this, you know, equipment or whatever, then whatever issue or problem I'm having is going to be solved by buying this particular thing. Now, in some cases, if you're buying something, right, and there's going to be a problem solved, that makes sense in certain situations if it's actually a problem. So like, let's say you say, hey, well, my floor is dirty, I need to buy a broom to sweep the floor. So if I buy the broom, then I'll sweep the floor and the problem be solved, because that's actually something more practical. But if you're just buying something based on an emotion, but you don't really need the thing you're buying, but you're only buying for the sake of buying, then that's where it's an issue, because now what you're doing is, like, let's say, for example, you might not need any sneakers, but you're actually you're buying sneakers because you're sad or you're depressed or whatever, some shit happened, and the feeling of getting something new might make you feel good if you get the new sneakers, even though you don't fucking need it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like that type of shit.
Yeah, but I like sneakers though.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's real, man. I think a lot of times for a lot of people and for men, you know, in general, you know, we let finances determine and define who we are, and that's the problem right there. That's why, you know, psychology plays a real role with finances. To your point, Miles, you know, men don't typically talk about going on a shopping spree, but what we do is, like MJ says, is that you go lease that BMW for $1,300 a month to go impress somebody.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? You go get that apartment that you can't afford to go live in. You know what I mean? You go and cop that chain that you can't afford. What you rocking a chain for? You got a $2,000-$3,000 chain on. But at the same time, you can use that to put the down payment on the house or something. You know what I mean?
I can't wait till I can afford a $1,000 chain, much less a $2,000-$3,000 chain.
Yeah,
nigga, thank God for those. You know them little websites that you see on Instagram where they sell you you know, a diamond, or moissanite or a cubic or a glass crystal chain. Mm-hmm. For a certain amount of money, and the shits kind of look nice too. When the light hit them, they bling just the same, nigga. But nigga, man, I can't wait till the day when I could like literally afford a something $1,000 chain. Like what?
Mm-hmm. It boils down to, like, you know, a lot of people these days, especially the new generation and old heads, act like they're part of the new generation. Like they just want instant gratification. You got to earn those type of stuff, like you said, Miles. Like you got to earn the right to be able to go get a chain. Never wrong treating yourself, but you know what I mean? People be living beyond their means, doing crazy stuff, getting cars that they can't afford, you know what I mean? Buying gear that they can't afford, going to VIP. I be talking to people sometimes. I was talking to some dude the other day, and he's like, oh yeah, I went to VIP. You know what I mean? I was in the VIP, we ordering bottles. What you spending $1,000 in the club for ordering bottles? Like, what are we doing here? A $500 Hennessy bottle? For what? For what? You know what I mean? Like, the point is, people got to stop living beyond your means, man. Stop you letting finances define you.
Meanwhile, a bottle of Hennessy is like $60.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. In the store. You know what I mean? In the club though, it's a whole different ball game. Trying to impress people. That's the problem. Everybody out here trying to impress people.
I think who said it? Will Smith and somebody else said it. They said people buy things that we don't need. How do you say it? He said people buy things that we don't need to impress people that we don't know, or something like that, and that we don't care about. Some way it was something in that.
No, all that was true.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like when he said that, I was like, yo, it clicked for me. because I'm like, yo, we do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
See the bling bling, nigga.
What's that?
Oh, let me bring it up to the solo.
There we go.
Okay.
Shining.
See the bling bling? Let me see if I can make it. Yeah, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I see Miles dripping over there. I see you.
Nigga, nigga, $12.99 on Temu, nigga. What the fuck we talking about, nigga? I fucks with Temu. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with Jackson. You know, with the 2 X's and
yeah, I know about them niggas.
And fucking this other joint called Cernucci. Cernucci is my shit. That's what I fuck with. Right.
Influence. I think even talking about social media just now, I think influence plays a big factor in, you know, the psychology of money, because everybody's trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And even the Joneses can't keep up with the Joneses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like more than half the people that you see on social media is what it is. Social media. It's not real. Like
right.
They're putting up a facade themselves. And then you got the average Joe trying to keep up with the person who's trying to keep up. You get what I'm saying? And so like, as a consequence, nobody's really getting anywhere. And that's why even statistically, it's only 1 to 5% of, in the US, that are actually above a certain tax bracket. Everybody else, for the most part, is living check to check.
Yo, shout out to the strong independent boss bitches.
That's crazy.
Yo, majority of them hoes is living check to fucking check. They don't have nothing in the bank, like nothing.
But you know it's interesting. So when we talk about psychology of spending, right? Can we also look at it on the flip side, meaning like, could it be a point where you could also be to, let's say, for example, like frugal and cheap, to where you hold on to so much money, or you hold on to money, so then you're not able to, let's say, progress in getting more money. So let's say, for example, you might even have like a person who's an entrepreneur or something or whatever, and it's like, hey, you might need to spend money on, like, let's say, even for example, like a person wants to do some podcasts and shit or whatever. You might need to spend some money on some microphones and a camera, a better camera, whatever.
Yeah. Then
you're like, oh, well, I don't want to spend this much, or I don't want to spend money, period. And then it holds you back because you don't want to spend money.
Right.
So that's the other side of it too.
Or you too cheap. You too cheap to invest.
Right. Exactly.
Like you got your little job, or you got a business and you making money, and then somebody's like, yo, man, maybe you should start investing in real estate since you're making a certain amount of money. And like, oh, no, what do you mean? Buy a house? No. All right, well, maybe you should put your money into get some stocks or get some bonds or get yourself a mutual fund. No, what do you mean? I wouldn't want to. I need my money. I have to keep my money with me. And like, you got some niggas like that who is like their emotion, like it's kind of like for a lot of people who come from a poverty mindset, like they come from a family that never ever had money,
right?
And so once they get a little bit of money, they do their best to try to hold on to it, and they don't understand investment. They don't understand, like you were saying, buying equipment or spending capital to make money back.
Right.
And there's a lot of cats out there like that, where, that's why we talk about the fact that it's very expensive to be cheap. You see what I mean? Where you swear that you holding on to this money, but it's not serving you. You understand? It's not serving you. And money best serves you money best serve you when you making money off of your money.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people they do that. They invest in other companies, or they purchase other companies, or they do a lot, or they buy a vending machine, or they do something where, you know what I'm saying? Or, you buy a piece of real estate, rent it out, whatever, like you do something, so you can make money with your money. That's how it works. But you got some niggas, they only want to stack it and watch it stack. Like they just love to see, oh yeah, this is all my money. I don't want it to go anywhere. It's my money. My money. Like, come on, bro. Like, nah, nigga, you know, money flows, man. Money, they call it currency because it flows. So you got to spend something to make something, you know?
Right.
Exactly. And I feel like, to your point, that's why, a lot of people, it slows people down. Right. And even in the sense of like, it's okay to, yes, want to stack your bread, but you got to know what's the purpose of it stacking up. Like, what am I doing with it?
Yeah.
Right? That's the key problem. Nobody has no idea as they're stacking what to do with it. Right. So then I feel like people have to, in order to get out of that poor mindset, you just got to do the little things. And obviously life is about balance. So you don't want to spend all that you have, but you still got to just don't be afraid to spend. And I think that's the thing. Like for me, I don't like, I don't like lotto, right? But I know a lot of people who like lotto. Like when me and Rod travel, if we in a different state, he is going to the convenience store and he's getting some scratch offs and he wins too, right? Which is dope. But it's something small like that to where it's where his mindset is at. He's like, yo, listen, I'm trying to, make money off my money. So then he's going to spend the money and it's a risk. And that's what it's about. Yes, you have to take risks in life. You have to break that poor mindset. And the poor mindset is that I have, and I don't want to let this go because I don't know when I'm going to ever get it again. I never had it before, like Miles said. And I think you start off small by doing something simple, like just play a scratch off, or research what investments to, what things to invest in, what stocks to invest in. You don't got to spend all your money. Just spend a little bit just to build up that muscle and get out that habit of trying to hold on. Who said it? What's his name? Robert Kiyosaki. He was like, people are saving money and they're printing money every day. And when he said it the first time, it didn't click for me. And then one day I seen the video when he said it again. And I said, wow. I said, that is crazy. When you really truly think about it, like we're saving money and they're printing new money every single day.
Right.
And granted, people, we all, like we said earlier, we live check to check. So I get it. But in that perspective, like Miles said, it's meant to flow. That's why the currency for a reason. So yes, you do want to save some, but you also do want to spend some, and you do want to invest and put some money out there too. And I think that's a big thing. And then when we do spend it, what are we spending it on?
Right.
That's the key. You know what I'm saying? Because we spend on things, like we said earlier, that we truly don't need. So when it doesn't bring us back anything, whatever we have left over, now we're harnessing it. We bought a bunch of things that are liabilities, and then we're harnessing the remaining.
Right.
I mean, in the simplest form, man, it takes money. You got to spend money to make money.
Make it, yeah.
Even in the simplest form, man. A lot of people get caught up. You got a lot of entrepreneurs out here, and a lot of people don't realize the entrepreneur. The reason why it starts off with entrepreneur is entry. It's the entryway. You gotta spend money to make money in the simplest form. If you go to work, you still got to buy a Metro card if you're in the city. You know what I mean?
Right.
You still got to put gas in your car to get there. So you always have to spend money to make money. And so that's why I took Kenny's point. You got to be making the right decisions to know what you're spending money on. But you can't be that cheap that you don't want to spend anything. You don't want to lose anything. You got to take risks. Right. Nobody makes strides without taking risks, real strides at least. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a false sense of security if you just so cheap and so frugal, you're not spending no money on nothing and taking no risk. That's why you'll forever be in one spot. Like, you know what I mean? Watch everybody pass you by because of that. You think about it, though. Like, to your point, Mr. LaCar, you said earlier on, if you're doing a podcast and you don't want to invest in mics and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? Your sound quality is not going to be as great. Your visuals not going to be as great. So somebody's going to watch, but you're not going to get all the viewers that you can view. Right. Like, you have to put money into anything. You got to put money in yourself. You know what I mean? If you don't buy a toothpaste, your teeth going right out your head. You know what I mean? Like, everything takes money. Like, at the end of the day. So that's my take on that.
No, that's real shit. And I think that's the balancing thing with money and stuff is that, the point of having money is to spend it because that's all it's there for. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't want to just spend frivolously, especially when you don't have the amount of money coming in that you can have. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't want to hold on to it when you could be using it for something that can help you, especially if you're trying to, build a business and all that other stuff. So I think it's like a lot of times it's just understanding like that balancing act when it comes to having money. You know what I'm saying? And also spending it, because the thing is, and I think the worst of it is, like we was talking about earlier, is that emotional spending, because it becomes a thing where now what you're doing is that if you try to cope by spending, then what you're doing is it's almost like you're wasting money. You know, because it's like it doesn't really do anything, because all it does is that, see, your emotions are fleeting. So you feel this way, you spend it, then you're going to feel something different later, and then now you got something you didn't need because of how you was feeling earlier. It's like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's to your point. That's sales right there.
Right.
Like when I've always learned this, that they say stories sell and facts tell, right? Mm-hmm. So it's even when we connect with clients, when I'm selling a product, I'm always connecting with that client's emotional side.
Right.
I'm always highlighting and identifying how is this. I let the client know, how would you feel if this happened to you, or if this happened to your family? It's always connected to the emotional side. And that side, to your point, is going to make them spend, because they're connecting with something within. And they're relating it and connecting it with the dollar.
Right.
No matter what. And it's crazy, because any way you look at it, us as humans, we're going to be attached to the idea of feeling like we need to spend, because, like we said earlier, it's going to bring us a tangible thing that we, quote unquote, maybe never had or wanted to obtain at some point. So then it's just the question of, how do we get better, and just in general, finding that fine line, that balance of when to spend, when not to spend, what to invest in, what not to invest in, and having actually somebody there with you to know if you're, because everybody knows if they good with money or not. It's not rocket science. If you bad with money. You get what I'm saying? So it's good if you're bad with money, or if you have bad spending habits, you need to be connecting with somebody. And me and Rod, we have our podcast on Monday nights too, called Romance and Finance. And we talk about, spending as well on there. When we talk about, because women love to spend. They love to spend money.
Right.
And mainly women who spend crazy. And it'd be us men like, hold on, wait a minute. You don't need to buy that right now.
Right.
Like, we can wait for another 2 weeks before you get that.
Right.
Because they see it right now, and it just looks so extra special. They want to get it like right now. So I say that to say, you got to still have people around you that'll help you with that, and don't have no yes men around you. Have somebody that's around you, be like, nah, you don't need that right now. I think you should wait.
Right.
Wait till this time to get that item. What, you know what? Black Friday coming up. Wait until Black Friday, get it on sale. Don't get it yet.
It's funny. I was thinking, because like I was thinking about this. Like, do you think it's like women? Because you said something that I agree with, where women like to spend. I wonder, do women like to spend because women have men that give them money or access? You see what I'm saying? Like, they have that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, women have some money. Right, because check this out. Let's say a woman went on a few dinner dates this week. That means, let's say 4 times this week she went to dinner. She didn't have to spend no money on dinner. So that means there's more money in her pocket to spend on some other shit. So the money she would have spent on dinner, she could go buy some shit on Amazon. You see what I'm saying? Or like, if she has a boyfriend or something, he's financing this, or her husband. So I feel like that's interesting, where I think it's one of those things where, is it because they're spending more because they just have the feeling to spend more because they're women, or are you spending more because you're a woman in comparison, in contrast, or in, I guess, like collaboration with dealing with a man? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I think that it's like another level of being a child. Like, a child.
Hold on. That's messed up, Kelly. That's messed up. Why you do that?
If a child has money, right? What's that?
Hold on, let me put this on a joint.
There you go. Like if a child has money, right? That child, if it's their money, they don't want to spend it.
Right.
They'll try their best to hold on to that money. Same thing with women. It's like their second childhood. They don't care if they spend your money because they're not going to value your dollar.
Right.
It's not theirs, it's yours.
Right. Exactly.
But let it be theirs.
Right.
They purposely do that.
Right.
They know, like you said, Lucario, they're gonna, you go out 3 or 4 times a week to dinner. They're gonna spend, your money. But then let it be the other way around.
Right.
It's gonna now they're conscious of the habits that they're doing. Now they're conscious of how much they're actually spending. You get what I'm saying? But they do that purposely. 100%.
Right.
But some of them, some women though, I think it's just a female thing in general. Yeah, I think because it's some women who they gonna spend regardless. Like it's a lot of chicks out there. Like I said earlier, they live paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
Like they want to spend everything. Like they can't keep money in their pocket. Like and don't let there be a sale or some shit.
Oh Lord.
We all know females, women, whether it's in your family or somebody else that you know, they always be like, "Oh, I got it on sale."
It could be a sale for something they don't even need.
Yeah, I save $40 on this bag, or I save $20 on this shirt, but you never see the $20. Like, it's not like they say to themselves, "Whatever I save, I'm gonna bring it home and put it in the bank," or if I save some money, I'm gonna. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I got it on sale, but okay, fine. How much money did you save? I saved like $50 on all of this shit. Okay, but are you gonna save that money? Are you gonna put that money away? Hell no. You're just gonna keep spending. And because you got the shit on sale, you ended up buying 6 more items because, this is all the money the money I saved allowed me to buy the rest of this shit, which wasn't on sale, which is how they get you in the department store. You see what I'm saying? Because you get a shirt off a clearance rack, but everything that match with it is regular price. You see what I'm saying? And you want to buy everything to match with it to complete the outfit. So it's crazy. It's and then Hakeem, he said women be spending on credit too. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, women are succubi. Like all they do is just fucking they capitalize off of what men built anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what they do. That's what a woman is here for. That's why I don't believe in I kind of think women are second class citizens because they didn't create nothing.
Oh, how dare you with your toxic masculinity?
We probably shouldn't go too hard on that, right? Because we're trying to reach more people. But I'm just saying that the average woman, she's here to receive. That's why she has the vagina. She receives. Like it's all a big metaphor. She receives what we have to give.
Right.
You understand? We penetrate, we give, right? Because
dick is a gift.
But it's not just dick though. It's resources. It's protection, provision, logic, knowledge, confidence, everything. We give them, and then they, hopefully you find a woman that knows how to enhance whatever you give her.
Right.
You understand? But that's a whole nother conversation. I'm sorry. So yeah, women are here to spend. Women are here to ultimately spend. You just gotta hope that a woman is spending in your interest. So like we were talking about with the podcast equipment. Yo, great example. I saw a dude. I was going upstairs in my building, and I saw this dude. He was wearing one of those cool biker jackets. You know that jacket that Wolverine wears in Wolverine Origins,
right? Yeah.
So it was a jacket really pretty much like that. And I said, bro, that's a dope jacket. And he was like, you like this? And he was like, yeah, it's my favorite jacket. He was like, actually, my wife bought it for me.
Right.
Like, yeah, a few years ago, I started riding bikes. And then one day I was leaving the house and I said, yeah, I'm going to the store to get me a jacket. Biker jacket. Case in point, right? When men are on the way to the store, they know exactly what they're going to fucking buy. And it's usually just one thing.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, I'm headed out to get a jacket. I'll be right back. And my wife told me, no, you don't have to go anywhere. Look in the closet. I got you something. And he said it was a jacket.
Right.
And I was like, yo, that's dope, man. I gave him a fist bump, and I was like, man, I hope y'all still married. He was like, yep, 35 years. I was like, man, that's a keeper. You know what I'm saying? So if a bitch gonna spend, hopefully she's spending on your behalf as well.
Right.
And she's spending to enhance or complement whatever it is you're doing. So you a biker, and she went and got you a dope ass biker jacket. You get what I'm saying? Right. So that's what they're there for. Like a man gonna do the major spending. He's gonna buy the house.
Right.
But a woman makes it a home with the decoration and cooking the meals and making it nice and folding the towels and the laundry and, all of that cool shit. You see what I'm saying? So, that's really what it's like. Women are here to take what we have, but you just hope you have a woman that is spending on your behalf.
Right.
She's not just spending emotionally, but she's spending with you in mind, even if she is spending emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
That's real.
I was thinking it would be a dope business or whatever kind of, because I was thinking I don't know how much dudes feel the same way as me, but I hate going shopping. I just sometimes you got to buy some clothes or whatever, but it's I hate to have to go, because it's I got to go to the spot, then I got to find my size, and then I got to try it on and see if I like it. And it's just this whole ordeal and shit. And I'm like, this shit is whack. So I'm thinking, if a nigga could go, how they do tailored suits and shit, where it's the fit or whatever.
Yeah.
They should have a company where you sign up as a member, and they create the type of clothes you like, and then you pay them and they just ship you the shit. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope. Oh, yeah.
So you don't need to go shop, because it's like if they know the type of hats you wear, the type of shirts you like, right, and it's tailored specifically to you, so they manufacture the types of shit you like to wear, and then they just kind of give you different versions of those things, and then you just pay them a fee every month or some shit. I think that would be fucking dope, because I can't stand that shit, bro. I'll be in Macy's for an hour and still won't come out with nothing I like. I'll be like, this shit whack. You know what I'm saying? And then when I find a type of shirt I like, I might buy 6 of the same shirts in different colors, because I'm I like the fit.
I do that too, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me just do this so I ain't gotta, you know what I mean? Come back. Yeah, I'm telling you.
For me, and I know we about to wrap up, but for me, I'm 5'6", right, and 140 pounds. So and I like my stuff to fit good.
Right.
So certain things, right? If I don't get it right then and there, I'm asked out, because it's gonna be out of stock.
Exactly right. That's what I'm saying.
I gotta make sure I rack up.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Because I know there was a company, there was a chick I used to fuck with. She worked at some company where they kind of sort of did that, where they would ship you clothes, and then you try them on, and then you ship back the ones you don't like, and then they'll ship you different ones or whatever. But I'm thinking in that same vein, but more so they know your sizes, the type of shit you want, and then it's literally everything is custom made for your body type and what your style and shit. That shit would be fucking dope. They have you fill out a form, you say, I like these types, that type. You know what I'm saying? That shit would be fucking fire. You know what I mean? But whoever's listening right now, listen, y'all better come out with that.
There's a company like that. I forgot what it's called, but there's a company like that.
Right, but yeah, that should be dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But any last words on this topic of the psychology of spending before we wrap it up? And do you guys have any events coming up and all that other shit?
Yeah, man, we got an event coming up this Saturday, 4 to 7. It's near Queens, New York, Elmont, New York, right by Queens. The link's in the chat. You know what I mean? It's a real estate mix. So go to Eventbrite. The tickets are free, but there'll be drinks and foods there. Come out. You know what I mean? Whether you're trying to be a
I might have to stop through. That's what's up, man.
Come through. You know what I mean? Drinks, food. Whether you're trying to become a realtor, whether you're trying to learn how to fix your credit, everything finances. Get life insurance. You're gonna have fun with it. So it's everyththing finances, but having a good time with it. You know what I mean?
I gotta holler at Zoramina.
They don't want that. I prefer dick therapy over retail therapy any day.
Very good. Yeah, man.
Shit. All right, people. So that's pretty much it. Make sure you guys go to Legacy Builders us.com. You feel what I'm saying? Hit up Killing with Rashidi, and we will holler at y'all later. All right. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. We out.